Hello everybody, welcome to my first survival log. I've been moving around for a while and I haven't seen any herbs or sign of life. Just the undead. It's been really rough for me to find somewhere to lay low. Thankfully I found this abandoned house that tied me over for a while. Man, am I bored right now. I'm kinda missing my games at the moment. Wait, what's that over there? Well, that's convenient.
While Spider-Man 2 does have very little recorded for the development of the game, there's a lot of interesting facts that this game holds. Let's start at the very beginning. Spider-Man 2 was originally announced in September of 2021, and it shared its announcement with another yet-to-be-released game, Marvel's Wolverine. Just like the first two titles, Insomniac Games would be the developers for Spider-Man 2, and they would be making it exclusive for the PlayStation 5. Originally, the team wanted to add a nod to the symbiote suit used in this game in the first Spider-Man game, but Marvel's vice president said that there would need to be a bigger relevance for that suit in order for it to be implemented into the game, so Insomniac held on to it for the sequel. The directors behind the game are Brian Antihar and Ryan Smith. Ryan worked on Sunset Overdrive, another big hit by Insomnia, while Ryan Smith directed numerous Ratchet & Clank games. I love Ratchet & Clank, and one day I will cover that franchise on this channel, but until then, let's talk more about our alien addition to Insomniac's Spider-Verse. Venom is one of your main antagonists in the game. He is voiced by the one and only Tony Todd. If y'all don't know who this man is, then you probably don't watch a lot of horror movies. He is in so many horror flicks, but his most famous would be 1992's Candyman film series. Accompanying Tony Todd would be Yuri Lowenthal and Najee Jader, reprising their roles as Peter Parker and Miles Morales. But Yuri had to change up his delivery since Peter with the symbiote kinda acts like a jerk, so Yuri decided to take some inspiration from his previous role as Sasuke Uchiha from Naruto. I didn't know this cast was so stacked. The cast isn't the only thing stacked. The visuals of this game are amazing, almost like an amazing Spider-Man. Okay, I know it was bad, sheesh. Anyway, I played Spider-Man 2 on the PS5 with the performance mode turned on. Except for the first 15 minutes, this game looks absolutely stunning in both modes. I chose to play on the performance mode since it caps you at 60 FPS instead of the quality mode, which caps you at 30 FPS. Honestly, I didn't see much of a difference in the visual quality in either mode. Nice of Spider-Man 2, however, to give you the option to tweak these settings. The animations have really stepped up, along with the in-game models looking a lot more detailed and having great expressions, which helps convey the large array of emotions this game has the characters put on. It really helps to bring the symbiote suit to life, giving it this real menacing feeling. The UI has also been given a glow up, and what I really enjoy is depending on what Spider-Man you're playing as will determine the style your UI will be. Peter has a cleaner UI with blue accents, while Miles' UI has this pop color style with bright blues and pinks. I honestly like Miles' UI over Peter since it's a lot more fun and colorful. I also love Miles' theme. His music still has this pop feel to it, while Peter's theme is more of the standard Spider-Man theme. The music for each individual character sounds great, but it gets even better when they mix the two themes for both characters into one track when they're working together. Along with their music working very well together, their gameplay styles do the same. I've already covered both Spider-Man games here on the channel, so for Spider-Man 2, I'm going to focus on the changes and new additions to the game rather than re-explaining the same gameplay style that I have already talked about twice now. So if you want a deeper dive on the basics, head back to my What is Spider-Man video or my What is Spider-Man Miles Morales video for more info. Insomniac's Spider-Man franchise keeps improving from their previous installment, adding new ways to progress and new combat elements that keep the game fresh and new. Spider-Man 2 has improved on the combat in Spider-Man Miles Morales. Now both Spider-Men have special moves. Peter has added mechanical arms to his suit to help out in combat, allowing him to do a whole wide variety of moves like launching enemies into the air or shooting freaking laser beams out of his arms, while Miles has his Venom powers from the prior game. Of course, he gets some new moves like his jump ability that basically teleports him right to an enemy. The two Spider-Men will get upgrades to their special abilities as the story goes on, like Peter getting the symbiote suit and Miles getting this blue lightning. The focus bar has returned from Spider-Man 2018. In Miles Morales, it was retired for a Venom meter, with the finishers being moved to your combo meter. But now everything has shifted back to the focus meter, meaning when your bar is full, you can either choose to heal or perform a finishing move on a foe. To fill your focus meter, however, you will need to keep your combo meter going for however long as you can keep it for. Thankfully, Spider-Man 2 has added a parrying mechanic. Now when an enemy attacks you can time a parry, allowing you to deflect the damage and keep your combo chain going. Just watch out for these blue ring attacks. These are the only moves that can't be parried, meaning you have to dodge out of their way. Not every fight in this game has to be brawled out. Instead, Spider-Man 2 has added some new elements to its stealth. Miles still has invisibility. Both Spider-Mans have a new zip web that makes platforms for them to move around the rafters, making stealth missions go by faster and allowing the player to rely more on their wit and how they would spin a web in order to catch their prey. It makes stealth missions 10 times more enjoyable in this game. Unfortunately, MJ has returned, however, with her slow pace. Wait a second, is that a gun? Yeah, even MJ gets an upgrade as well in this game, meaning y'all can throw out your copies of MJ's Superstar Adventures into the Tortures of Slow Stealth Missions, the movie, the video game, and now swap it out with Call of Duty MJW6. You also get new gadgets in this game like the Upshot, a gadget that launches small enemies into the air, or the Web Grabber, another gadget that pulls an area of enemies into a bunched up group. In order to unlock these gadgets, you're going to have to craft them. You can do so by collecting tokens just like in the first two games. Thankfully, Insomniac has learned from their prior games and has kept the tokens in this game very simple, not overcomplicating them like in Spider-Man 1. In Spider-Man 2, you can obtain tokens by exploring the updated map. This game has an entire new section to New York, adding access to Queens by crossing the bridge, making the world map about 2 times the size from the original game. But in order to traverse this large gap across a massive river, you will need a new way to move throughout the world. So now I will introduce the web wing. These wings will let you glide through New York City on top of your normal web swinging that was from the prior game. There is a massive amount of collectibles and side quests to do throughout the city, and each one can give you one of 4 different tokens. Taking pictures of the city for a guy named Robbie who broke off from the Bugle and started his own paper will net you with some city tokens, while completing Prowler caches will give you some tech parts. The side quests will give you either hero tokens or rare tokens. Some side quests will need a specific Spider-Man in order to be completed. Thankfully, the FNSP app for Miles Morales has returned, allowing you to easily track quest progression and switch to Spider-Man whenever you're allowed. All these tokens allow you to craft new gadgets while also upgrading them. They will also let you craft new Spidey suits for you to rock throughout your playthrough, but they will also upgrade your suit tech. Suit tech is an all-around upgrade for both Spider-Man. You can upgrade your strength, allowing you to deal more damage in combat. You can also increase your max health and focus meter in this menu as well. Completing any of these missions will also reward you with XP. When you level up, you will get a skill point. You can use a skill point to upgrade a Spider-Man skill tree, unlocking new special moves and upgrades for that Spider-Man. There is also a joint skill tree that allows both Spider-Men to learn new standard combat moves or faster ways to move throughout the city. So as you can tell, they've added a whole bunch of new additions to Spider-Man's arsenal, but the story has also gotten bigger. This game has one large campaign that will break off and reconnect as the story unfolds, allowing both characters to feel like they are working together, but also have their own big standalone moments. The story starts with Peter Parker starting his new teaching job at Miles' school. However, the class doesn't last long when a Sandman attack breaks out in the city, and the 2 Spider-Men have to break into action and stop him. After taking down Sandy Cheeks over here, he gives an ominous warning about someone tracking him down and coming for him. After Sandman is sent back to prison, Peter and Miles help out citizens around the city who were affected by the attack. Once that's done, Peter and Miles head back to school where Miles has missed his college scout and Peter is getting very fired. Pete heads home to tell MJ the bad news when they're pleasantly surprised with Harry Osborn showing up at their door. In the first game, he said he was going to Europe for treatment for his chronic illness, when in reality, he was being treated in an Osborn lab in the city. Feeling better, he and Peter take a walk down memory lane. Harry reveals to Pete that he has a job for him at the brand new Emily May Foundation. Before he can give Harry an answer, he has to watch a raft prison transfer on the river, which has always worked out for Spider-Man in the past. So, as you could guess, something goes wrong. These hunters start attacking the ship. The attack leads to them capturing Scorpion and Martin Lee, the villain from the first game, and the man who killed Miles' dad. So now Miles is not too happy and kind of goes on a revenge trip while Peter tries to find out more about these hunters and who they work for. I'm gonna leave you with that. Honestly, the story in this game has a bunch of twists and turns, along with huge action set pieces that always had me enjoying the next chapter of the story. Spider-Man 2 has been a major step up from the prior additions to the series. I had a lot of fun revisiting this game and getting to experience it all over again. The progression, exploration, and combat have all been improved, and all with new additions. It really feels like Insomniac Games really wanted to keep improving the series. I'm extremely curious to see how it moves forward. I think my favorite part of this game is the updated combat. It's exactly what I wanted from Spider-Man 2018 and has everything I loved from Miles Morales all updated and refreshed to feel new. Although the extra activities can feel slightly reused. I mean, Marco's memories and the hunter bases are basically the same thing. But that's all I really have for like my big qualms about the game, and it's just honestly nitpicks from there. This game doesn't have a lot that I don't enjoy. I also love how interactive the controller is here. It has multiple different sounds coming out of it, with the vibration making me feel like I'm sitting in the middle of an orchestra while they're playing the soundtrack. So, with Spider-Man 2 at $69.99, nice, I would recommend this game for people who either had a lot of fun with the first two Spider-Man games or looking for a vast open world with fun combo, heavy focused combat with a lot of collectibles to go on the hunt for. This game can scratch a very specific itch for players while also making a fun adventure game for anyone who wants a quality story to play.
Well, it sounds like it's time for me to get moving. I'll see you guys in my next survival one. See you guys.